Hello and welcome back to Shakhtar's Glory, episode 71. And you can see we're at the squad screen here, well, the pre-match screen for the Zorya game. We've just finished the PSG game, finished the recording of that, and we've gone straight into the Zorya game. Just doing this to break it up a little bit so it's not two PSG games on the bounce. On the record, off the record, I need to try and get a few episodes ahead, so I'm chucking in some domestic stuff. But hopefully you don't mind too much. But you can see they're playing quite a defensive formation. They've got two defensive midfielders with a centre midfielder in front, and then the two wingers and the striker. Yuris always causes us problems, always grabs goals against us. So hopefully we can keep him quiet today. So yeah, like I mentioned, last game was PSG in the first leg. If you haven't watched it, go back and watch it now. It's in the playlist or just the last episode, because I'm about to spoil it right now. 3, 2, 1. So it was the away game. We did lose 2-1, but we snatched an away goal. To be fair, 2-1 was very generous on us. We should have been absolutely hammered. We didn't turn up to that game, and I'm giving a few players a game here today who are going to be challenging for, well, a place in that starting game in the home game to try and get us through to the final for the first time, really. It gives us a little bit of time to rest them if we need to, but I can't see many of that starting 11 from the first game featuring in the second leg. But just to keep this one again a little bit shorter, on the shorter side, we're going to jump straight in now. You had a little look at the team. You can see it's still very strong. It's just giving a few other players to give it a chance to give me something to think about. It's tough in the league because the league isn't obviously as competitive. So Romero, we mentioned it in the last game. He hit 4 goals in 2 games, 5 goals in 2 games, something like that. He hit a 6.1 against PSG. He just didn't do anything. So it's a different standard of football and different level. So we mentioned he won't be going anywhere. After that, it gives me something else to think about. But he's done it in Europe before. He does play well. Perhaps just in the role I'd given him that game. And Saïdou Mohamed, 13 minutes in, straight away gives us the lead. And Bukho with the assist as well. He's given me serious thought about whether I do sort of move him on next season. But I have got a young player who's come from my academy just itching to get in that first team. I think he will be the player sacrificed for him to come in. Bukho, I think he's getting on a bit now as well. He's got a few attributes that I'm not too happy about, particularly his tackling for a wing back. Obviously, wing back, a lot of it's about what they do going forward, but they need to have a bit of something going the other way as well. And he hasn't got that. This new lad coming through, he's not a natural wing back, but he's played a few games in the first team and he's always played well. So I think if we can train that into him, he's only 18, I think. He's doing well on loan as well. As Zorya fire a free kick over just before half time. And we're looking comfortable. As they have another free kick, as I say that, they're going to score now. We get it away, sort of. Not completely, but Matvienko there. And Babacar, he's one I want to see a bit more of because it probably is going to be a one season show for him. We are probably going to try and cash in on him in the summer. He's done well, probably not as much as I'd expected, but we've got teams interested and we need some money, like I mentioned in the last episode. The financial fair play is a worry. So we'll let the assistant take that one. He wasn't saying anything too damaging. But yeah, we want to have a good result here, just as much as anything for confidence for that next game. Although a lot of them probably won't play in the Champions League game. Some of them may, and it's just in the whole squad as a in general. To be a bit optimistic, good form, good spirits. It all helps. And they do have another corner, and they've scored it. It's Yuris again. He loves playing against us. I mean, he's a good striker. He's good for this league. He's good for Zorya. He's a good player for them. They've had one shot on target though, and it's a corner, and they've scored it. I mean, we should be winning this game, really. Let's be honest. In general, we should be winning this game, and also we should just on how the balance of play, the balance of the game. We come forward, and Mohamed again. He's coming on a bit leaps and bounds. I don't think he's registered anyway, but I don't trust him enough for PSG, even if he was. I think there's a few there. Vizeu might be with a shout for the PSG game, but you'll see in the next episode. I'm going to probably record it straight on the back of this. Vizeu might be with a shout in that game. And the time is just ticking down. We've got 4 minutes of normal time, plus whatever the referee, fourth official decides to add on, which is 5 minutes for some reason. They've used all 3 subs as well, and they have got another injury there. Well, they've got 2 in total, but one's been there from the start, I think. They've got another one, but it doesn't seem to matter as they come forward. But the cross is woeful. And as the seconds tick down, that is the end of the game. And does that put Zorya in trouble of the 3rd spot? I'm not too sure. Certainly halts them in their progress for clawing back at Kiev, because I think they were within a couple of points of them before this game. Oh, Babakar didn't like that. He didn't like that. The point was disappointing. Well, it's a win, so you could maybe say that, but they weren't great, were they? So let's have a look at the league table. They are still 3rd. Yeah, and Kiev have put some distance between them. Karpaty have closed it a little bit as well. Who looks to be going down? Stal looks to be going, I think, straight back down. I think they've been up and down, a bit of a yo-yo team for a couple of years. Olympic Donetsk could be. Alexandria and Ingolets. Ingolets just come up, I think, and they're looking. Well, they're not clear, but they're looking okay. So obviously, big next game, PSG. PSG at home. We've got them in, what's that? 4 days, 3 days, 3 days. So 3 days. So we'll give the players some rest. In fact, no, yeah, we'll give some rest. I'll do it off camera. We'll come back, and the next episode will be that PSG game. If you enjoyed this episode, please do drop a like on there. Drop a sub to my channel if you want to see more Shakhtar stuff as well. Any more experiment stuff, any ideas for experiments, I'm always, I'm all ears. Any comments as well. Yeah, so until next time for PSG, and hopefully a place in the final against whoever that may be against. I'll see you later. Take care. Bye.